What's the most selfish thing you've ever witnessed? I was babysitting for this family every weekend for 6 months. The mom, Sarah, was a single parent working 2 jobs to support her 8-year-old daughter, Emma. She was paying me $50 an hour, which was generous for babysitting, because she said Emma had been through a lot and needed consistency. During our first meeting, Sarah showed me Emma's behavioral chart, medication schedule, and a thick folder of therapist notes. Emma had severe anxiety from her parents' messy divorce and struggled with abandonment issues. Sarah explained that Emma's dad had completely disappeared after the custody battle, leaving them with massive legal bills and emotional trauma. The early babysitting sessions were challenging. Emma would have panic attacks when Sarah left, convinced her mom wouldn't come back like her dad did. I'd spend hours doing breathing exercises and playing calming games until Emma felt safe enough to eat dinner or do homework. After 2 months, I started noticing things. Sarah would come home exhausted, often still in her work uniform from her evening shift at the diner. She'd count out my payment from a small envelope of crumpled bills, always apologizing if she only had singles. I could see grocery lists on their fridge with items crossed out, clearly prioritizing needs over wants. Things got complicated in month 3 when Emma started asking about her dad. Why doesn't daddy want to see me anymore? She'd cry during bedtime. I'd comfort her while internally furious at whatever selfish man had abandoned this sweet little girl. That's when I learned the full picture. Sarah showed me the divorce papers during one of our payment conversations. Emma's dad, Michael, was a successful architect who'd fought for zero custody and minimum child support. He claimed Emma's anxiety was Sarah's fault, and he shouldn't have to pay for therapy he didn't approve of. Week 12 brought the revelation that changed everything. Emma was particularly upset that evening, clutching her phone and crying. When I asked what was wrong, she showed me Instagram photos of her dad's new life. He was posting pictures from expensive vacations, luxury restaurants, and his new downtown apartment. But the worst part wasn't the photos themselves. It was the captions. Living my best life, finally free from drama and stress. New city, new me. No regrets about leaving toxic situations behind. Another post showed him at a high-end steakhouse with the caption, celebrating 6 months of peace and financial freedom. I realized this man was publicly celebrating abandoning his daughter while she cried herself to sleep missing him. Emma had been secretly following his social media, torturing herself by watching him enjoy the life he'd chosen over being her father. The breaking point came during week 15. Emma had a severe anxiety attack because she'd found a Father's Day post on Michael's Instagram. He'd posted a photo of himself playing golf with the caption, grateful to be living completely for myself now. No obligations, no guilt, just pure freedom. His own daughter was in therapy twice a week for abandonment trauma, and he was posting about being grateful to have no obligations to her. I screenshot everything and showed Sarah when she got home from her double shift. She broke down crying, explaining that Michael had blocked her number and refused to respond to updates about Emma's therapy progress. He'd made it clear through his lawyer that he considered Emma Sarah's problem now. That's when Sarah told me the most heartbreaking detail. Michael earned over $200, zero a year as an architect, but because he'd quit his job right before the divorce, the court calculated child support based on unemployment wages. He was paying $300 a month for his daughter while posting photos of $500 dinners on Instagram. The next week, I arrived early and found Sarah crying at the kitchen table. She was looking at Emma's therapy bills, trying to figure out which sessions to cancel because she couldn't afford the copays anymore. Meanwhile, Michael had just posted photos from a weekend ski trip that probably cost more than Sarah made in a month. I watched Emma that night, knowing her dad was out there living lavishly while she struggled with medication and therapy sessions they could barely afford. This man had chosen his comfort over his daughter's mental health, his freedom over her stability, his bank account over her well-being. That's when I made a decision. I took screenshots of every vacation photo, every expensive dinner, every celebration of his freedom from his daughter. I sent them to a family law attorney friend who specialized in deadbeat parents. 6 months later, the court ordered Michael to pay retroactive child support based on his actual income, not his fake unemployment claim. He had to cover Emma's therapy costs, and his social media posts were used as evidence that he'd been deliberately hiding his financial status. Emma's in a better place now. Her dad still doesn't want to see her, but at least his selfishness is finally costing him money instead of just destroying his daughter's mental health.